If you are a Ghanaian, if you are from Ghana and you are a Ghanaian, even if you live in Ghana or you live outside Ghana, this video is for you. If you're a Nigerian, anywhere you are, watch this video and share this video. Let us all learn from this video. You see this video right up here? I'm going to play this video for everybody to watch. Let us all watch this video.
Take this opportunity to apologize to all my Nigerian brothers, both the state and the people of Nigeria, for I did not do justice when I was explaining about Nigeria must go, when I did explicitly explain everything that transpired when it comes to Ghana must go. So Nigeria must go. This is what actually happened. When history is being told, it must be told the right way. For we criticize the West for telling our history, however, sadly, for not explicitly explaining what transpired. This is what transpired in Nigeria must go. The entire Africa was one. When Kwame Nkrumah became the Prime Minister of Ghana, up to when he became president, he called on everyone who had money to come and invest in Ghana, that Ghana was open to the entire Africa and Ghana was open for business and they should come and invest. Nigerians, wealthy businessmen, were of 90% of the investors who moved to Ghana to invest. And the population of Nigerians in Ghana by then were up to 2 million Nigerians living in Ghana out of the 2.5 foreigners living in Ghana by then. But when Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown by Kotoka and the rest, then came Busia in power as prime minister. When Busia came, he was a staunch opposition to Kwame Nkrumah. He never liked Kwame Nkrumah and the policies. When he came, the very first thing he did was to dismantle Kwame Nkrumah's policy and brought in the Alien Compliance Order. When he brought in the Alien Compliance Order, this seek to sack every foreigner in Ghana. And he knew quite well that of all the foreigners in Ghana, Nigerians were 90% of them, and they were investors and businessmen. They invested in cocoa, invested in infrastructures, invested in all sorts of business, manufacturing, transportation, you name it. So when he passed this order and he gave them a deadline to leave, the Nigerians had no option but to auction all they had, because they were suppressed by the government. And by then, Busia passed this law that no foreigner should be engaged in. About 40 businesses he put down that no foreigner should engage in. So the Nigerians had no option but to leave. And it was a bad time in history. Nigeria had to sell, auction their cars. Nigeria had to auction their houses. Nigeria had to auction their businesses, their farm. Most were not even able to auction their businesses. They left it. And the indigenous Ghanaians took over their businesses, their cocoa farm. They lost their lives in custody, and as a result of this, it affected, traumatized the Nigerians. Just imagine you took huge amount of business and money to invest in Ghana, and even when you are living there, hard cash money, the money you were supposed to take, the banks refused to give Nigerians more than £2,000, and these people had hundreds of thousands of pounds in their account in Ghana. The banks refused to give money, and these Nigerians were in huge migration crisis. So as this happened, within that period, they were auctioning things in Ghana. Life was good because Ghanaians were rushing, buying Nigerian products as cheap as possible. Everything came down. The moment a Nigerian left, life became hell for Ghanaians. The crisis Ghana faced, the hardship, all the way to that of the farming period of Ghana started when Busia passed this alien compliance law. The effect on Ghana when the Nigerians moved out, cocoa price fell. Okay, and also Ghana lost cocoa production from 50% of global production to 30% because the Nigerians were the one doing cocoa farming. The prices of goods doubled because the Nigerians were the ones who made it possible for the prices to be cheap. And when the Ghanaians were left to do businesses, they wanted to be rich as quick as possible and double the prices. And also transportation became a problem because most of the cars were owned by Nigerians. Nigerians had invested in transportation system. So this was the problem. And loss of jobs because the businesses and factories and cocoa business, the farming were operated by Nigerians who had employed people. These people had left and jobs were lost. Okay, businesses collapsed. Ghana was in disarray. This was the start of Ghana problem that finally led to Ghana having famine. We would come to that for a latter part. What was the negative effect on Nigeria? Nigerians died. Yes. People who were in detention because the government held lots of Nigerians, and so some of them died in detention. What again? Nigerians lost houses, lost cars, lost businesses, money. The banks could not allow Nigerians to take more than £2,000 from the bank because they didn't want this money to go. And these Nigerians had hundreds of thousands of pounds in their banks in Ghana. So this was a disaster. This was a problem. When the Nigerians returned, some were hoping to see back their loved one, but they had only to be greeted by the news that they had died in Ghana. This was a bad thing. Alien compliance law was what led to Ghana to fall in those periods until in the year 1985, when J.J. Rawlings went to Babangida to renew relations with Nigeria. That was when Ghana and Nigeria saw peace. Within this period, there was nothing like peace. So J.J. Rawlings moved to Babangida to make peace. But even when J.J. Rawlings moved to Nigeria, things were worse. Things were terrible for Ghana. Not until when President Kufuor became president of Ghana, year 2001, Kufuor moved to Nigeria, went to Nigeria, and pleaded to the then president of Nigeria, Obasanjo, in the words of President Kufuor, not me, that Obasanjo is a gift to the African continent. Why did President Kufuor say this? Because when the economy of Ghana was in shambles, Ghana went hippie, meaning there was no money in Ghana. When Ghana was scattered, when the ones you call foreign donors, development partners, America, the Britain, you name it, all countries rejected Ghana. Nobody was there to come to the aid of Ghana. But Nigeria, and President Kufuor ran to Nigeria and laid down to Obasanjo. He didn't feel Obasanjo would help to say that, okay, we'll resume supply of gas to Ghana to supply electricity. When he went, Obasanjo surprised him. Obasanjo did not only ask Kufuor that they should resume gas supply to Ghana immediately, but also push the payments to almost 4 years back and also reduce the price for Ghana. And not only that, Obasanjo actually gave 30 million United States dollar to Ghana to buy cars for the police. I know that money was rejected by Obasanjo in Nigeria because Nigerians were blasting him as the president of Nigeria. But it is true. He helped Ghana. He assembled investors to come to Ghana to invest in Ghana. That is how come the infrastructure of Ghana today, housing, is at its peak. They're one of the best in Africa because the Nigerians came with their wealth, with their money to invest in Ghana. And Ghana is where it is today. And I will tell you, Nigeria has done a lot for Ghana. This I know most Nigerians don't know. That is how come President Kufuor, who ended saying that Obasanjo is a gift to Africa, named from 37 roundabouts, 37 to that of Achimota Forest as Obasanjo Highway in Ghana. This is as a result of the tremendous effort and help, aid from the people of Nigeria, from the government of Nigeria to Ghana to help boost Ghana's economy. This is history. We must not shy away from it. There is so much between Nigeria and Ghana. Why we must put asunder our fight. Why we must put asunder blaming one another. Let me tell you, one of the reasons is Nigeria and Ghana started fighting for AU together with Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone brought this fire to Nigeria, brought it to Ghana, boiled Nigerians and Ghanaians, Nkrumah inclusive, the ITA Wallace Johnson and the rest, that you should fight for your independence and let's form Africa Union, which is, by then it was Organization of Africa Unity. Nkrumah championed it in Nigeria. But the white man skillfully came to Nigeria and told them, do not allow Ghana to head AU. And they went to Ghana and told them, do not allow Nigeria to head AU. The reason being is they knew these two countries were powerhouse in Africa. Nigeria had immense wealth. So also is Ghana. If these two countries could blend their wealth together, I'm telling you, there is no way Ghana and Nigeria combined would not be able to give aid to other Africa.
What did you learn from the video? Just deep down your heart, tell me what you have learned from this video. They were invited to come and invest. When they invest, they will be able to give jobs to the youth. Yes. This one have explained everything. Nigerians are known for businesses. They can invest. They know how to invest. In the whole African, when you go to any country you enter today, Nigeria have invested a lot in that country. And when we talk about businesses, a lot of people do say that I love Nigerians because they love business. They know how to do business. And when we are talking about this, that business part that they used to know Nigeria for, it is only one tribe that they are doing it, which is Igbo. Igbos are number one in business. They are the people who have business minded. During the time for hustling, in the daytime, they stay at the shops. They establish businesses to grow. You can't use that to compare to people that they buy credit to enter online to be scamming people. Then when the person scam, they will say Nigeria have scam. If they scam, tell the tribe which tribe is scamming. Which tribe is known for rituals and scam? Which tribe? And which tribe is known for kidnapping? Look at the way they have made Southeast unsafe, kidnapping the people, because they see that the safest place in Nigeria is Southeast. And they try to make that place uncomfortable for Nigerians, for Igbos, which is Biafrans. And here I see your hungry bloggers online saying what they don't know. You are a blogger. You cannot even read histories. You cannot even do research before you carry out your fake news. You're online, so that you get followers and likes. And when stupidly some of them comes to my DM, they always say, my friend said, you have your data, you have your phone. Check the history before you open your dirty mouth to start exhibiting what you don't know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for this Ghana brother who has openly read the history and see that Nigerians has been suffering in the hands of Ghanaians, not today. If you're a Nigerian person, I'm not saying there is no bad eggs. There are bad eggs in every country. In Nigeria, yes, they have the good ones, they have the bad ones. In Ghana, they have the good ones, they have the bad ones. In any of South Africa, they have the good ones and they have the bad ones. South Africans have been seeing their comments. Yes, we are supporting Ghanaians. We are supporting Ghana people. Tell me what South Africans have done to Ghanaians, if not to bring their businesses to extort them. What have they done to Ghanaians? You buy your data, you open your mouth, and you are distributing what you don't know. Please share this video. Let this video go far. Let people get to understand the history. The people Africans should be fighting today should be white people, the people that came to Africa to destroy Africa. They have known that when Nigeria and Ghana team together, that this Africa will be great. They try to put asunder between, and they are battling it today. And we stood up today and said that our forefathers didn't do well. So we have to correct what they did wrong, not to be following the same dragon. People, they buy data, they come on social media. You'll be hearing Ghana Jollof is the best. Nigerian Jollof is the best. Nigeria is a scammer. What is this? Let's establish, let's show them what we have got. Good and best culture. Let's show them. Not to be attacking one another. Is that how Africans is going to progress? I've seen a lot of Ghanaians in Europe. If you see the way they embrace, you will see that some of Ghanaians are very good. But the bad ones, these jobless ones, hungry ones, will enter online and be damaging that reputation. Everybody feels that all Ghanaians are not good. No, they have the good ones. The same thing applies to Nigeria. So don't use what the bad experience or what somebody have told you or what a lie that somebody has made up somewhere to be attacking the innocent ones. If a Nigerian did something to you, deal with that particular person who did something to you. If a Ghanaian did something to you, deal with that particular person who did something to you. Stop attacking the whole country.